Leaders must be critical thinkers. If not, the group is just going to take you in the direction that they want to go. And it might be the opposite direction that you need. You'll confirm your existing beliefs, and your competition will overrun you before you even know what happened. But what does critical thinking really mean, and how do we do it effectively? This video is based off my time at the Marine Corps Command and Staff College in 2006. I had the opportunity to attend a 9-month course coming straight off of 2 deployments with an infantry battalion. And I attended this course with 200 other students from 20 different countries and all the different branches of service. The instruction over those 9 months was incredible, and the exchange of thoughts is not like anything I've ever experienced. During the course, I could feel myself literally thinking more clearly and reasoning more clearly than I'd ever had before. And I didn't notice it in the seminar as much as I did afterward, dinner or at a bar with friends talking about politics. This video is going to show you why. First lecture we had was about critical thinking, and it really set the tone for the entire course. So let's dive in. Critical thinking is made up of facts, judgment, and action. If you think about it, a lot of times we forget the facts. We start talking about things we think people want to hear, or our feelings, or things that we've done in the past. And we lose touch with what's actually happening around us. There's no data to support what we're trying to decide. I've heard the expression data-driven or trying to be more data-driven. This is what this means. What are the facts of the past? What has happened? Why did it work? Why didn't it work? What were the reasons that went into that? And what are the real facts about the situation that we find ourselves in now? So first thing is gather facts. Next, make judgments. This is when you state what you believe and why. It should be logical. Always be aware of bias. You can't do enough reading or study on bias. We're all susceptible to it. What is a bias? A bias is simply a preference on something. But the reason you want to be aware and avoid these biases is because when you're thinking critically, you're trying to decide what the logical action is. And there's a ton of examples for bias, but one of them is called similarity bias, where we favor people that are like us. So if you work with engineers, prefer working with other engineers. And not necessarily on technical tasks, for just about anything, which if you're trying to put an engineer in something that an accountant should do, you can see the problem. Part of making judgments is evaluating arguments, for which you should be silent and inquisitive. You should ask a lot of questions and really try not to think of what you want to say next, but listen to what people are saying to fully understand. The objective is understanding. And then when it comes time to act, be bold. State what you believe and why you believe that's the right thing to do, and go for it. And while that might seem a little aggressive, if you've done all your analytics and you put a lot of rigor into the facts and making judgments, that's as good as you can do. Another way of thinking of that whole process is listen to what you believe and look at the facts, or what the facts are telling you. Compare your feelings to what is concrete. About taking action. Critical thinking leaders, the reason we do this is because we have some sort of goal to achieve. Probably not paid to sit and contemplate on things and just for their own sake. We got to do something with the information that we've analyzed. We have to have an effect on the world, on our people, and on the goals of the organization. A reminder on an argument. An argument is based on a proposition and a basis for somebody to believe your proposition, evidence. And we all overuse the word argue. Probably most times it's just showing emotion. But to really make an argument, you're going to make a proposition and you're going to back it up with facts. So right there in those last couple of points, if you're going to make a proclamation, or you're going to make a statement, or you're going to formulate a plan of action for people, you got to have facts to justify it. Real points. Think of this as recognizing your assumptions and taking action on them to validate them or to replace them with real things that have happened, the facts or the data that support the situation. It's not charging into a situation, making a hasty decision. Sometimes there's a time for that when there's no time available, but part of being a leader is realizing how to use the time that you do have to make decisions. And while your goal is to make decisions in your organization faster than your competition, that's not the same as making a hasty decision. Hasty decisions make people nervous.